And look at that. The second time I lost track of time. I am so sorry about that. Abrupt cutoff. I gotta watch my time. Okay, I just marked the time. Anyway, before I was so rudely cut off by my own recording device, we were talking about the Guardians per quest table. So this, like I was saying up here, kill the Guardians quest. Okay, this is in direct correlation to that. So say you just want an easy game, which that's what I was saying that I recommend anybody play this game on novice. Go right down this column and over here, play the game on novice. Get acclimated to it. Plus a few other things I recommend in the rule book. So only one Guardian is gonna pop up, for your, kill the Guardians quest. Normal, you're gonna have 3 Guardians, meaning that on that quest table, like here, right here, you've got to kill 3 Guardians. These 3 Guardians. And if you're really insane, you could have 6. However, there's 8 Guardians in the game. There's nothing stopping you from maxing that totally out. And if you're truly insane, which yes, I am going to try this, and I know, this is what I mean, I know people are going to film this, and they're going to attempt this. Have 8 Guardians in the freaking dungeon. That's total chaos. Remember please keep that in mind for what the surprise I'm going to show you. And it ties into playthroughs and why I think people are going to enjoy this. Lastly, minion population. Keep this in mind. Easy. This means that only 3 minions are going to be in the dungeon throughout the game. However, there are some quests, it will go up for a certain amount of time. And I don't want to say any kind of spoilers, but there is a few quests that will increase for pertaining to that quest. Of course, you can play on Master where 8 minions will be spawning in. Okay, now from what we just talked about, first I hope you enjoyed looking at the scenario page. Oh, and over here real quick, here's the thing. This over here is the seating area. We're not going to get in the seating. This can never be altered. By the power invested in me of Avalon, you're forbidden to touch that seating area unless you're creating your own quests. But this is kind of the formula and the calculations when you are in quest creation and you're doing something. But so let's not even touch seating right now. This is another thing here. Hero starting gold. On this here it tells you the dungeon board you'll be playing on Ancient Runes. You could either roll a d3, and that's what the heroes start with, or you can just simply select, okay, well the hero is going to start, roll 1 d3 and times it by 100 for their starting goal. But again, I'm big on modification. Say you want to roll a d6, and that's what they start with. Go right ahead. That's fine. There's no harm in that. But this is the kind of like the Bible way to play Dungeon Crusade. Just manually select how much gold to get, roll a d3, and there you go. Okay, before we go on, I said there's 3 game modes. So that's the one we just talked about, where you simply select the difficulty and go right down. You're going to play, normal, and you're going to select everything normal. However, kind of like we were just kind of discussing, the second game mode that you could play is custom game. So basically, this is where you just pick and choose. Let me get my marker back, zoom in. So let's say, well, okay, guys, how about we for the bizarre inventory, let's have 8 healing potions, but let's only try 6 elixirs, and let's make it tough this game where there's only 3 ochre juice potions in the village, and let's have 8 torches. Okay, and say let's have a good selection of common gear. Let's have a decent selection of uncommon. How about only 4 pieces of rare gear, 2 pieces of epic gear, and only 1 legendary show up? Same over here. Okay, well let's really push ourselves this game. How about we do expert difficulty for the village, tier level. Let's have the minions not raid. Let's play on novice. We'll roll a d20. Guardian spawn track. We'll be looking at that. We're going to set that at 15. Let's have only 2 guardians spawn per quest table, and let's crank up the minions to 8. There you go. Look at all the different ways right there of the way that you could tailor. Picture these like slider switches, like in a RPG game. Like the games that to me, like what influenced me to make this game, and I've said this for years, was like the golden era of like PC RPG games, like Baldur's Gate, the Eye of the Beholder series, Ultima, Might and Magic, Wizardry. I've kind of wanted to take those games that I just love and put that into a board game for people and just, share my creativity and imagination and passion for all this. So picture these almost like sliders, like in one of those video games where you can adjust all this different stuff. To me, as a creator, that's what I wanted to do for people. You're paying good money for this, so I should put a lot of ingenuity in this so you can enjoy something and play to your play style, okay? So, okay, and we heard that. Finally, now listen to this. This is totally crazy. And then we're going to move on to the surprise. Again, I hope you're like learning about all this stuff. I'm happy that, we're done. And I love talking to you guys about this. Now, here's something really nuts. Because I love randomness. See there's these dice, these D6 dice. And what I did was, even over here, all these different entries, you're going to take a D6 and you're going to roll. Now, you'll have to mark this on a separate sheet of paper. Or maybe we could actually have a download, where these are blank so you could write stuff in. We could probably work something like that out very easily. So back to this. You're basically, for the third game mode, is random game, where you're going to roll a D6 on every entry and let fate decide the game you're going to play. That could get pretty crazy. You could come up with so many crazy scenarios just from rolling a D6, and you're going to let fate decide what you want. And then throw in, like I said, say you mix all the monster difficulty levels together. Think of the possibilities of this game, and that's going back to why I said, this is truly an innovative new game experience, and I think there's going to be some fun playthroughs to watch of Dungeon Crusade. Just of what, for some crazy gamers out there who are going to roll on this table and see what comes up, and we're just going to mix all these cards together and play Dungeon Crusade. How do you like that? Okay, so, you know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to maybe stop this here because we're going to talk about the surprise and the different ways to play Dungeon Crusade. And I'm not going to get cut off again by my recording device thing. Okay, so listen, sit tight. We're going to come back, and then I think this will be the end of it here, but you're going to love what you're going to see. So, be right back with you guys.